Hello class, my name is Patricia Wallace and I'm here to talk to you about my family geogram. And it's all it is telling how people budget their money. So I started with my Aunt Betty. She's my mother's sister and the last sibling alive. And I gave her a circle because I feel like that is the circle of life that has come full of force around the family. And Aunt Betty started at a young age seeing that her mother was struggling as a single mother because her father passed away of trying to make it and support them. So when Aunt Betty got in the 11th grade, she had enough credits to stop going to school half a day and work half a day. So Aunt Betty chose to work half a day so that she could save up money for her senior year so that she could have her prom stuff because she knew her mom wasn't able to afford that. So later on in life, Aunt Betty got married. And when she got married, her and her husband bought a house. And they stayed in the house for a while, but for some reason or so, they lost the house. And they had to move in with me and my grandmother and my siblings. And from that point on, I feel like that's when Aunt Betty started budgeting her money. So she started budgeting and saving her money while she was staying with my grandmother. And they was able to save up enough money to move into a second house. And this second house they bought and paid for because of her budgeting her money and making sure where her money was going. She writes down everything that she spends, even if it's a nickel. She has a book that she carries around in her purse, and she writes down everything she does. And then when she get home, she has a larger book that she incorporates the little book into the date, the time, how much she spent, everything. My Aunt Betty is doing well now. Her husband passed away, but by her being this careful with her money and stuff, she has a little nest egg put away to take care of her now that her husband is gone. And that's the circle of life. Next is me. I gave myself the diamond, and I feel like that I'm a diamond in the rough when I was young because I was trying to find myself. I had a baby at an early age at 16, so I started working at 16 trying to take care of my child. But I never understood about budgeting at a young age like that. So when I got paid, I would go and buy my baby the Pampers and whatever he needed. And I was crazy about buying him outfits and stuff and not thinking to myself that I was going to need bus fare for the next 2 weeks to go back and forth to work. So I bumped my head a couple of times until people said they wasn't going to lend me any more money, that I had to learn how to budget. So I got down with the budgeting. I ended up with 5 children, raising them single mom by myself. And I learned how to budget. The first thing I do is pay tithe, rent, car note, and I made sure that I took care of my kids. Budgeting to me was writing down everything in a composition notebook like this that kept me well informed on what I needed to do, who I needed to pay. I still stick to that habit to this day. Everything, I keep these books in case something come back on me. I can tell them when I paid it and what day I paid it. I keep that book to this day. And so I feel like that I learned how to budget by watching my auntie and my grandmother go through. It taught me how not to just go off into debt, but how to pay cash and not always credit. But to budget my money, and I like doing that because that helps me to pay cash for stuff and not have to just always use up credit. And my last but not least is my daughter Natika. I gave her the heart. Natika is a, I want to say, she's an electronic person. And she deals with spreadsheets and stuff like that. So by her watching me, that's how she learned how to budget her money. And another thing Natika did was when she was filing her income tax, she would take it and put it in a savings account. And that way she would save her money. And This year, she was able to pay down on her house. She's a single mom with 3 kids, and she's buying her a home. And that makes me proud because she learned how to budget her money. So this is Natika's with the spreadsheet, getting on the computer, having automatic payments on some of her bills, and some of her bills she'll go and pay. But she got it down. She's really dedicated to budgeting her money.